That work? What about that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Good morning. This is the Louisiana Committee on Parole that's meeting this morning. We're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The time is 8:59. It could be 9 o'clock in the morning on January 6th of 2025. My name is Steve Prater. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Chuck Tillis. We'll be the board that'll be hearing revocations this morning. We're in Baton Rouge at the Department of Corrections headquarters. Staff, would you introduce yourselves here?
Jim Cavalier.
Okay.
Francis Avenue.
Okay, thank y'all. We appreciate that. And we're talking, our first case will be in Concordia Correctional Center. Is Concordia, is anybody in the staff there from Concordia?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Would the staff, the deputies introduce yourselves in Concordia?
Say Sergeant Peck. Sergeant Peck. They want y'all to introduce y'all, sir.
They want to see you on the screen. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate that. And let's see, we're talking to Mr. Curtis Scott. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Scott, what is your DOC number?
494772.
Okay, and do you have a waiver in front of you that you signed saying that you're willing to go through this hearing and want to go through it and all that business?
Yes, I was I had came to jail on a failure to appear. I mean a failure to register. But I was only out there 20 days. I came home October the 4th.
Okay, we'll get into that in just a second. Miss Jerry Ledoux is gonna get into that with you, the lady to my right.
Yes, sir.
She's the board member that will be handling your case. I just want to make sure you're the right person and that you do have that waiver. Do you?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Ledoux, are you ready to take it from here?
I am. Mr. Scott, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the violation, alleged violations against you, and I'm going to ask you to enter a plea of guilty, guilty with a statement, or not guilty. And at that time, we're just entering those pleas, and then we'll discuss all the stuff that you want to tell us, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, let me get over here where your stuff is. Okay, so, sir, you have been accused of violating condition 4 in 2 different parts. From 10/9 of 25 to 10/22 of 25, Scott was engaged in criminal activity when you were issued a warrant and arrested for the crime of failure to register as a sex offender by the 7th Judicial District Court after being requested by the Sheriff's Office to do so. On 10/22, you were arrested on this warrant and you have a status update tomorrow. How do you plead on that?
Good.
Okay. B of that allegation is that you were asked if you could pass a drug screen on 10/22, and you admitted to the agent that you would fail that screen for marijuana and ecstasy. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Number 8 is a condition that you were required to enroll in an approved sex offender treatment program. You were told to do that on 10/13, and by 10/17, you had failed to do that. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
13, you had a special condition of electronic monitoring, curfew from 10 to 6, and that was added on 10/16 by this board. You violated that on 3 different occasions at least, when you failed to report home on 10/16, 10/17, and 10/18. You broke those curfews as late as being back at 2:40 in the morning. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
You pled guilty in your preliminary. Okay. So, let me ask you about, the not guilty to the sex offender treatment program. Can you provide proof that you, went and registered?
Man, it was like this. When I went and seen him and he told me to go, I got the numbers mixed up. Like, cause we go see the parole officer every 30 days. So I got it mixed up and thinking that I had to go see them that next month and do all this. It was a mix out because I just had did 10 years and I ain't know how this go. And me not asking nobody and 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 needing transportation to go see them, that's all it was. It was just a mix out with the number. I was thinking it was 30 days instead of 3 days.
Question. Mr. Scott, are you a 7th class offender?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so being a 7th class offender means that you've been on supervision previously, and you know that it's your responsibility to communicate with your officer, not
Right.
his to clarify with you. You
Right.
have responsibility. Okay. Do you want to say anything about allegation of you saying that you would fail a drug test? Are you saying you didn't say that or you wouldn't fail it?
I wouldn't have failed it.
Okay. So why did the agent say that you told him you would? You think he was lying to us?
Wow. I mean, I probably mad in the morning. They locked me up. I only been out there 19 days, and they locking me up all 10 years. I was all frustrated that morning. Really, I didn't want to answer no question. I did 10 years. And I'm talking about coming home October the 4th and getting called back up there October the 22nd saying that they need to come see, I need to come see them. And when I get in, they telling me that I got a warrant for failure to register as a sex offender. I didn't fail to register. I just got the numbers mixed up. I was going down there to holler at the dude, but like I say, we got to go to 2 different spots. And first, Concordia was seeing all us down there and that we can go handle all our business in Concordia. But now we got to go to Madison Parish to see the parole officer, and we got to come back and go to Concordia. That's where the mix-up came in, and it changed when I went and did that time.
How did you, when you were breaking parole, curfew, how were you getting over to where you were going?
I had walked to their friend house. I walked to their friend house. I was chilling with a little female, and I told him what was going on. When he called me that morning, he said, "Where you were?" I said, "I was with a little female. I was chilling with a little female. I did 10 years. I was with a little female. I ain't had time not to do nothing. I'm talking I ain't even see my son. My son 15 years old. I ain't even have time not to see him yet. I'm locked back up for, I mean, really like, I'm just really just sitting here. And they got me going to court tomorrow to see if the judge gonna drop the failure to register.
Okay.
Because what I'm hearing and what they telling me, if the other parole officer told me if the judge dropped the failure to register, he said that he was gonna send some paperwork in and try to get the parole hold lifted on him.
Okay, you had to obey rules when you were inside, and I'm gonna tell you what, there are rules on the outside, and the curfew was there for a purpose, and you pled guilty that you broke your curfew. There are a lot of extenuating circumstances.
Okay. I understand that. I'm eligible for a take or something?
All right, we don't. Any questions? I don't have any questions either. Ready to vote?
I am,
Yeah.
Mr. Scott
But
failed
can I ask y'all?
by
Can I?
the conditions of your parole. Therefore, today I vote for revocation.
I concur with Ms. Ledoux.
Okay. Do you want to read the numbers that you?
He pled guilty to 4A. He pled guilty to 13, and I would find him guilty of 8. 4B, I do not find him guilty.
Okay. All right, and I concur with Ms. Ledoux. So as of today at 9:08 in the morning, your revocation has been revoked.
So I mean,
Okay, you gotta wait till they come up. That means they get ready to come up. No, it's gonna, when they ready, their pictures are gonna pop up on the screen.
Good morning. The time right now is 9:15 in the morning. It's the 6th day of January 2025. My name is Steve Prater. To my right is Jerry Ledoux, to my Chuck Tillis, and we are in Baton Rouge. This is our second hearing of the morning, and we'll be going to Jefferson Parish Correctional Center. Is Jefferson Parish Correctional Center? Would
Good
you?
morning.
Good morning. Would you introduce the staff that's there?
Hi, I'm Deputy Danielle Lloyd with Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. And I
Okay.
have Mr. Kenneth Singleton. Date of birth is 10/8/6
month, 10th day, 1966.
1966, present.
That's who we want to talk to. We appreciate it. Thank you for hosting us this morning.
No problem.
Okay, Mr. Singleton, how are you today?
Good morning, top of the day to you. I'm blessed.
Good, good. What's your DLC number?
120967.
Okay, and do you have a waiver form in front of you that you signed about this hearing?
Yes, sir.
And you signed that and all
Yes,
of it's
sir.
correct?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Miss Jerry Ledoux is going to be handling your case, the person to my right. And she's going to be asking some questions and going over some things, the different rules. And so I'll turn it over and ask her to take it from here.
Thank you.
Mr. Singleton, what I'm going to do is read out the allegations and ask you to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty with a statement or not guilty.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And we'll discuss those after we've taken care of this part. So you are alleged as violating rule number 3. A police report was filed with the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. In this report, your ex-girlfriend, who is also the victim of your pending charges, states that you were living in LaFourche, not at the address of record with her on Phoenix Street. How do you plead to that?
I plead guilty with a statement.
Okay. Number 4, you have pending charges out of Jefferson Parish for aggravated criminal damage to property, simple criminal damage, theft from 1,000 to 5,000, and domestic abuse battery second. The victim in this offense was your living girlfriend, and you were charged with domestic abuse, aggravated assault, domestic abuse battery second offense. How do you look at that?
To that charge, I have to enter a plea of, it's kind of like guilty with a statement, not guilty with a statement, guilty with a statement. I'm gonna put it that way.
Okay. So let me just review a few things before we talk about, you were actually paroled 2018, is that
Yes, ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In 2020, you had some other charges and you were sent to the Steve Hoyle program in lieu of revocation.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I know you had some trouble getting over to Steve Hoyle, so you were in for over a year or so, right?
I was in, I want to say that in July the 2nd of 19, the same person that I'm in here for now, she filed a charge of domestic abuse. And they held me for like 3 years, from 19 all the way to 22, I think.
Okay, now let me ask you, how long have you been detained on these charges?
2 years now.
Okay. Have you asked to be, to delay your hearing, delay the coming before the board?
Ma'am, I can't hear, it's like y'all breaking up.
Have you,
We can't control that.
let me say it one more time. Did you ask to delay your preliminary hearing?
Did I ask to delay the preliminary hearing?
Since you've been in 2 years, did you
Yes, ma'am.
ask to delay? Okay, okay. It looks like you have a court date. I don't know if it's set or not. Okay. So why don't you tell me why you were in wrong place?
Wait, ma'am.
Tell me why you were living in the wrong place.
Okay, while I was at work, all right, because I do longshoreman work. I work on vessels, ships, cleaning cargo holds. While at work, Tina took and went to like go in her little temper tantrums. When she can't have her way, she'll take and like build cases. She sent me a lot of texts telling me that she was gonna take and get with my parole officer, have me locked up because it was a birthday. Her birthday is September the 30th, I believe, and she wanted to have a birthday party at a nightclub. She wanted me to reserve this spot a month in advance, all right, which it was on my birthday. I sent the money to wherever she wanted. The woman sent the money back. So Tina got upset about that, all right. I used to go over and help Tina with her dad. Her dad suffers with dementia in the early stages of Alzheimer's. And it was like, Tina was like, well, my daughter, her card, she had a gallant. Somebody told her gallant out, and she wanted me to co-sign to get her daughter a vehicle. So we agreed. I said, okay, I'll help your daughter get a vehicle because I know the girl worked 2 jobs. And her daughter, instead of wanting the Volkswagen or the Altima, she walked up to a Mercedes-Benz truck or the Audi. And I told her, I said, you're not going to be able to maintain the note, the maintenance, and nothing else. I said, I'm not co-signing that. So Tina,
let's talk about why you're living in La Paz. You were in La Paz versus why, your parole certificate said another location.
Okay. What Tina did was Tina put all my stuff out. Somehow Tina took a picture of my driver's license and my bank cards front and back. And it was a storage place. They contacted me while I was on the vessel and told me that the storage container my belongings was allegedly in was not locked. So I was like, what is you talking about? I don't have a storage container. So I told them to contact Tina. So Tina supposed to have went over there and straightened that up. So when I got back on the land, I went over to the storage place. And when they showed me the paperwork, I told them, I said, that's not my signature, right? And they said that it was done electronically. And all she had to do was press a signature, and that's how they did it, right? So I was like, I did not do this. So what she did, she brought my belongings to Laplace by my friend, by my brother.
Okay, why did you not tell your agent you had moved?
I did not have a chance to tell the agent. When Tina had my phone dropped from her line, I had my phone added to her line. She dropped my phone from her line and reported the phone stolen. So when I went to Boost Mobile, because I paid the bill twice, right? And I got 2 confirmation numbers to show that I paid it.
You were out since 2018. You knew your agent. You should have called your agent if you weren't living where you were supposed to live.
It was,
okay?
Yes, ma'am. It was like an of a sudden thing is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay.
All right.
So what about there's video evidence of you at the gas station with Tina. There's video evidence of that. Now tell me what your statement is on that. Okay,
my statement on that is this. It was an accident that occurred Christmas morning on the interstate at that was I-10 and Causeway. Tina, I don't know where Tina came from. Tina had to evidently had a track on the phone, or she had a GPS on that vehicle. Tina popped up from somewhere. When I come from the I-10 to merge over onto the Causeway, I got into the overflow lane, which was the middle lane. I see a vehicle merge from behind me, right? And not shortly after, I felt the impact of the accident. I got out to investigate, and I'm trying to access my phone to call 911. I see it's Tina because that truck is backing up. And I asked her, where did she come from and what was going on? Okay, I have the police report. You know that. I'm reading our police report. And it says that you drug her out of the car,
appear to kick and slam her to the ground. You removed her purse. You punched her in the face. You took $1,500. You broke the windshield with a dumbbell. Okay.
That's talking with that part of the police report is referring to what happened in the gas station.
That's right.
And what I was referring to, ma'am, was what happened, which led to what happened in the gas station on the interstate. Okay.
And then, yeah. Okay. And I know that your testimony to the police was that you lost your moral compass and you did something you should not have done.
All right. What I was speaking of was my putting my hands on Tina at that gas station. All right. Like I said, Tina is somebody's child. She's somebody's mother and a grandmother. I'm also somebody's child, a father and a grandfather. And I thought that Tina and I was married. All right. When Tina went into her little, whatever it is, and she brought my stuff over by my brother's house, I questioned when I got back, you know, off the vessel, and I got to the house. I'm trying to do something because she said we was going to be working on the marriage. Come to find out, it was no marriage. All right. I took and I stumbled up on the marriage certificate torn up in a box under the bed, trying to do something romantic for Tina. When Tina found out that I had done moved on because we was not in a relationship, she found out I moved on and I was, you know, seeing another woman. Tina told me, she said, if you think I'm going to allow you to get rich and take care of another expletive, she said, you got another one coming. That's when I powered my phone off. You got the 18 voice messages, all right, where she's telling me about making my life miserable, messing over me and the female and what have you, you know, and that was wrong, you know, and I never once got back with Tina on that. On the day of that accident and what occurred in the gas station, right, with my throwing that dumbbell, I was trying to stop Tina from fleeing that accident scene, right, that occurred on the interstate, all right? And I can direct you because I also have the police report right here and show you what page it's on if, you know, you were following it.
I have read the whole report. I've read the police report. We have 3 people here wishing to speak on Zoom on your behalf.
Yes, ma'am.
Your fiance, Sadari Williams, if you would like to make a statement now. We also have Colette Singleton and Rendell Gilbert. So let's go ahead and hear from Miss Williams first.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So my statement, I think y'all want to hear what happened with Kenneth and or with that accident.
Well, we would like to, we know what the police report says. We would like to hear from you what you have to say about his opportunity to not be revoked.
Like this whole thing was, it's like one side. The evidence. My fiance, well, you know, he has a big heart, and I can see someone losing their food, anybody, but he's a very compassionate man. His attributes just speak for itself. He's very selfless. He's dedicated, dependable. I don't feel like he's too resignated. I mean, when it comes to supporting that was, you know, that's his part. He was supposed to, you know, let his parole officer know about it. But when you're trying to escape a domestic violence situation, I don't think a lot of people can be in a domestic violence situation. It does. So it was abrupt, and I don't think it's fair. But I feel like Tim was so I don't think so.
Okay, thank you very much. We also have Colette Singleton who would like to speak, your sister. You'll speak loudly and close to the microphone. That will be helpful.
Good morning. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Colette Singleton. I'm Kenneth Singleton's sister, and I just want to say that Kenneth is a good person, and he's learned a lot along uh his way. Upon him returning home from prison, Kenneth received the job, and Kenneth had been a hardworking man. The stuff that was brewing between him and Tina Noah, it had been going on for a little while. Um, and she assured me and my other family members that he was going back to jail. And if he didn't go back to jail, she was gonna go back for killing him. I said, wait, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning when she called me with this. And I said, wait, Kennedy is offshore working. I said, he been at work like 4 or 5 days. I know he's been beating me. He beat me. And I said, he's been at work out of town. I said, what you mean? She said, I know that. I'm at work too. I didn't know Tina had something going on mentally, but knowing, from I've seen the video footage with the lawyer, and I can see that it's really something going on. It's been brewing. If she can't have her way, it's gonna be nobody's way.
Thank you for those words. And we also have Rendell Gilbert.
If I'm not here, you scan them to show something like that.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can you. I can hear you.
Okay.
You can go ahead and make a statement.
Yeah, I would like to see that Kenneth, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think Kenneth Singleton should be in jail because of all the stuff that she did. Whatever the video shows, if that's what's on the video, I believe that he was provoked into that because the storage situation what Kenneth is talking about is my mother's address that Tina Noah used to put stuff in the storage for Kenneth. He didn't have no knowledge of it. I didn't know she was using my mom's address. And I don't think he should be in jail for trying to do everything he's supposed to do. He was trying to leave her. He already moved on. And she ended up tracking him, trying to run him off the road when he was trying to help me bring my son something for Christmas. I witnessed the whole situation.
Okay. Thank you very much for that statement. I would like to say, regardless of provocation, shouldn't be hitting on another individual, but that's so. Mr. Singleton, I'm going to turn this over and have my colleagues ask any questions that they may have.
I don't have any questions.
Okay. So, it seems very clear cut from the evidence that there was a domestic abuse battery situation that happened, regardless of provocation, that is against the law and against the conditions of your parole. And so I would find you guilty of violating your parole based on the police report and violating condition number 4 of your supervision.
I also concur with violations 3 and 4. My vote would be to revoke.
Okay, and I concur with Mr. Tillis and Ms. Ledoux, and so as of this morning at 9:35 in the morning, your parole has been revoked. Thank you, sir. Next.
Wow.
Good morning. The time is 9:40 in the morning. Today's date is the 6th day of January. We're in Baton Rouge at Department of Correction headquarters. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Chuck Tillis. My name is Steve Prater. We're talking to you, Mr. Brandon Broussard at Lafayette Parish Correctional Center. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Is there any staff in there with you? Would you
Yes,
introduce yourself?
Joseph.
Corporal, thank you for hosting us today. We appreciate that. Mr. Broussard, would you tell us what your DLC number is?
Good morning to you all. My DLC number is 447 143. 447 143.
Yes, sir. That's what I have down here. And do you have a waiver form in front of you?
Yes, sir, I do.
And did you sign that? And we're ready to proceed with this hearing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, my name, as I said before, is Steve Prater, and I'll be conducting the interview with you this morning. And we've got 3 people that want to speak on your behalf. And I'm going to go over the only rule violation that you're accused of violating or condition of your parole was the fact that you were arrested for a domestic abuse battery on September the 28th of 2025. And that's condition number 4, which says that you'll stay away from any kind of criminal conduct. And so that's what we're here to discuss this morning. How would you plead on that? Are you guilty of that domestic violence?
I would plead guilty. I never been in the rain. I never been to court on it at all. But yes, I did what I did. What occurred on the video. Yes, sir. I mean,
hard to deny that, huh?
Yeah, it's hard to. I'm not sure. I wouldn't deny it at all. I mean, I did it. It's not something that I'm proud of. I should have called the cops first. Before when I was scratched up and I got evidence and stuff showing from what happened to me first, I should have went immediately called the cops right then and there instead of waiting. But
okay. All right. And why? Since I'm handling this case, we'll go ahead and talk about it right now. You've been in jail for 6 months, or I say 6 months, 3, 4, 5 months, 4 months,
yes,
on this charge. And why were you getting her out of the car? We've all seen the video.
Okay, this is what occurred. As I was packing my stuff and putting it from her house into my car, that's my car she's in. She came with her car and blocked the back of my car off with the Honda Pilot that you see. If you look into the road, there's some stuff in the road. She started taking the stuff out of my trunk and putting it in the street. I went to the street to get the stuff from and put it back, and she got in my car right then and there. And then she started acting like she wanted to burn and do things. And I tried to go in there like, hey, stop, don't do that. Those are my things. And she took off a little bit and tried to move around and stuff. And I was finally able, after a little period of time, after getting scratched, because I was trying to get the lighter out of her hand. And as I was getting the lighter out of her hand, she clawed me on my neck and my arm and my head area. And I have pictures of those. And after that, the car was parked, and I finally got her phone from her. That's what made her finally decide to get out of the car, because I had her phone, and I was like, look, come in, let's talk about this. Let's stop doing all this stuff, you know? And as she was in the car and I was trying to pull her out from the seat, because she was holding on to the bottom of the seat with her hands, and I pulled her from the rear, and as I pulled, she let go. I immediately looked like boom. And then she got up and I got up, and we were like, I'm like, stop, chill, blah, 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 blah. You're not stronger than me. Stop doing this stuff, you know, because I didn't want her. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just called the cops and just waited for them right after I was called. Oh, that was too much stuff.
Was that her car? I mean, was it y'all's car or your car?
It was okay. I put $4,000 down to the car. I had a 2018 Ford Escape. Yes, I traded it in with the $4,000, and I had her as a co-signer. So she co-signed for the vehicle. by her co-signing, and we get into this little argument or whatever, and I was going to my mother's house. She felt that she didn't want me with the car over there because she didn't want nobody else driving the car. So that was the dispute right there. But I'm telling her I'm not gonna let nobody drive the car. It's in my name and her name, and I just needed a break. I just needed to get away for a second, because I don't like altercations. I don't like to put myself in a situation where I feel like I'm gonna violate or do something. So as I was trying to leave, it exacerbated because she didn't want me to leave, and she thought that I was going to be gone forever, and that was not the case. I went to go put a restraining order to protect myself, and in the process called my PO, let her know what happened, sent her the pictures and stuff, and by me doing that, my girl, she had air tag in the car. So she saw me going to the courthouse. And when she seen me going at the courthouse, she said she came there. She saw my sister's car and the car that I have there because she left the air tag in there. So she knew where we were. She thought I was trying to take her kids from her. So she sent the video to my parole officer of me pulling her out of the car. I didn't know it existed.
Okay, all right. All right, let's, we'll come back if we've got some more questions and talk to you. Let's hear the folks that want to speak on your behalf. Okay, we got your brother, your niece, and your mother. Let's hear from the brother first. Kenrick Broussard. Mr. Broussard, are you on Zoom with us?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us why we shouldn't revoke Mr. Brandon Broussard, your brother.
Well, how y'all doing today, first of all?
Good, sir.
My brother's, I think after he done his time, he came out, he's been on the right path. He's searched for jobs. He's taken a couple of jobs. He's been doing what he's supposed to do. He's been following the rules. I know he's told me about a couple instances with this girl that he met, and I really told him that he shouldn't really jump into. I didn't think he shouldn't be jumping into a relationship fresh out of prison, because saying work on yourself first, get yourself together first. But above all that, he still did it. I can't blame him for having his feelings. But I understand what he's going through. And I see him a lot of times. He tried to resist. He gave her a lot of chances. She's aggressive. I thought she was aggressive at times. And that stuff I don't think you need as a felon. You're getting out trying to get your, especially being on parole. He had a good job lined up. He passed all his tests. He passed all his regulations that they had set for him. Passed his journal analysis, and he was on his way to a good job. I thought, and I believe by her seeing that he's on that, he's going to be independent. I think she didn't want him to be independent. She wanted him to depend on her, from what I seen.
Okay.
And the conversations I had with her, but I don't think he deserved to be locked up again. I think he been out behaving, doing exactly what he's supposed to do. That was just an instant that she used. I believe she used that to keep control of him.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir, thank you for your comments. Let's move on now to Miss your niece, Kanya Edwards. Kanaya Edwards. Miss Edwards.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. Fine.
Okay, I'm here to support. I have over the few months I have heard a few situations that have gone on that have transpired. I don't believe that he should be sent back to jail like my other uncle was saying. He has gotten out and he has been trying to better himself. By finding different jobs and just different things. He does have, before he got into this altercation, he did have a job offer offshore waiting for him. He did have a job offer offshore waiting for him, as well as one down here in South Carolina, because he does have his CDL. And we have a family-owned company down here that was trying to offer him a job as well. But besides the altercation that he did get into, he has been trying to better himself. I don't feel as though he should be sent back to jail. I think he just needs to stay away from her. I don't feel like that one mistake should, have him sent back. He's been away from our family for so long already. And I just don't want to see that happen to him. So I am here to support him. I do have my mom here, his little sister, my mom. She wants to speak as well, if that's fine.
Yes, it's her turn. So Ms. Montgomery, it's your turn to speak.
Oh, no, that's my grandma. My mom's here with me right now.
Okay,
Probably.
well, just three people can speak. So do you want to your mom or Miss Montgomery?
Miss Montgomery.
Yeah, this is Brandon's mom. My name is Terrella Montgomery.
Okay,
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
good morning.
Yes, I'm in very support of my son, and I feel he does not have to or go back and be involved with this young lady, because it has not, it has not benefited him at all. He did go to the bailiffs for offshore job. I have spoken with the man. His name is Mr. Robert, and he says whenever Brandon get out, he still has all his paperwork, and he's still holding a job for him, which is an offshore job in the kitchen area. So I am in support of him and helping him when he get out and everything. And Mr. Robert is looking forward to hiring him for the job. He passed everything, all his paperwork. He passed the physical part. He passed the urinalysis and everything. So they just waiting on him.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you, Mr. Montgomery, for getting on the line with us and letting us know that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, let's see, Mr. Broussard, I've seen the video and I've listened to you and listened to your supporters and all of that. And I don't want you to have to go back to jail till 2030 on this deal. I don't think you want to either. This is one of those odd cases where you're pleading guilty, but we're finding you're not guilty, basically. Anyway, so I don't know about your court case. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But providing, I want you to stay away from that woman. She doesn't want to pursue charges. We've all seen the video, and I can speak for myself only. But I don't know that it was you didn't hit her, you didn't kick her, you didn't choke her. You're just trying to get her out of your car, and I'm not going to say it was justified doing that, but you've already said what you would wish you'd have done, and I wished you'd have done that too.
Yes, sir.
You've already served some months over this deal, and so let me ask my panel if they have any questions before I vote.
I don't have any questions.
Ms. Ledoux? Okay. My vote is that you not be revoked today. Now, providing you stay away from that woman. She doesn't want you around her. Y'all got bad chemistry. I don't know what the deal is, but it's bad chemistry. And so stay away from her.
Yes, sir.
Is that okay with you? You
Yes,
agree
sir.
with that?
I agree with that. Yes, sir.
Okay, my vote is to not revoke. Ms. Jerry?
Mr. Broussard, my vote is not to revoke, that you have no contact with the Ms. Bell, I believe her name was. Also, you've acknowledged while you were incarcerated, did you take any anger management classes?
Yes, ma'am. I've taken 3 anger management classes. I've taken stress management. I've taken character counts. I've taken human relations. I've taken a lot of courses.
That's probably why you were able to articulate what you should have done.
Yes.
Versus what you did. Okay, so I'm not going to put any additional programming on you, but have no contact with Ms. Bell. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. Tillis?
I concur with Mr. Prater and Ms. Ledoux.
Okay, sir, as of 9:54 this morning, you no longer have a hold on for us. And so you'll be getting the paperwork there. I don't know what they're going to do with the case, or if they've dropped it. I don't even know what the status of the case is. But anyway, you are not revoked this morning. Just go get your job like you're doing, stay straight like you're doing, and stay away from that woman.
Thank y'all so much.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Stay away from that one.
Sometimes they mute you, but.
Good morning, Mr. Jasper Thomas. How are you today? Okay, you're on mute, so.
Y'all can hear me now?
Okay, yes, sir, we can. The time is 10 o'clock in the morning. My name is Steve Prater. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Chuck Tillis. We're in Baton Rouge at the Department of Corrections headquarters. This is our fourth hearing of the morning, so we've already introduced everybody in the room. And so we'll be talking to you, and you are at Natchitoches Parish Detention Center. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is anybody in the staff in there with you?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, well, and tell me what your name is and your DOC number.
My name is Jasper Jerome Thomas, DOC number 558442.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, have you signed a waiver for this hearing this morning? It should be there. Is it in front of you?
No, sir.
Okay, do you know what I'm talking about, the waiver? We'll show it to you. Okay, can you see the screen there?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign that waiver?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you ready to go forward with this hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, well, your case has been assigned to Miss Jerry Ledoux, who is on my right, and she's going to be going over the violations with you and that sort of thing. So, Miss Ledoux, go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to read the violation against you and ask you to enter a plea of either guilty are guilty with the statement are not guilty. Okay?
Now,
Hey. Violation number 2 says that you absconded supervision since February 4th, 2021. How do you plead?
I plead guilty, but to me, I ain't never been on parole. You know, I ain't never been on parole. I always did probation. This is my first time. Ain't nobody never told me how parole goes or none of that. But I always heard parole was different than probation. But when I went checked in 21, when I came home, I want to say what, February of 21, I came home and I went checked into my parole, my probation officer, Joe one. They ain't never tell me that I had to come see them. They just had me to sign a piece of paper, took my name, phone number, and told me what I had to pay every month. But if I would have known, I would have, you know.
Oh yeah, I know you would have. Okay. Number 4. You were arrested by Natchitoches Parish Sheriff's Office on 10/1/25 for the offenses of off-road vehicle on a roadway, flight from an officer, reckless operation, driving with expired license. And also there was that warrant for absconding. You were billed for those and you pled not guilty on 12/11/25 and you're scheduled for trial 2/10/26. How do you plead to that?
Well, I'm pleading not guilty to them because 1, I did not run from an officer. 2, I never had an expired license because I never had a license, and I did not get pulled over by a police.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. All right. And also you never paid any on your supervision fee, which is $3,465 in arrears. How do you plead on that?
I plead guilty on that one.
Okay. So, Mr. Thomas, you're a 3rd-class offender. And is that correct?
I really don't even know, man. Because I'm a 2nd or a 3rd.
Okay. Well, you're a 3rd-class offender. And you are responsible for knowing the conditions that you're.
Sometimes be transportation.
And so,
everything was good.
based on the fact that you have absconded 4 years, I know how I'm going to vote. Do my colleague need question?
I don't have any questions.
No question.
On the Southwest Freeway.
Mr. Jasper, we cannot supervise someone we can't find. So based on your absconding, my vote is going to be to revoke your parole.
I had an appointment with them before I had.
You were never being supervised, and that's a policy.
I had an appointment with them in November.
My vote is to revoke.
My vote is to deny.
Oh, no, man.
And 10. Well, roof 2 and 4.
Okay, and I concur with them, same violations. And the time is 10:06, and as of this morning at 10:06, your parole has been revoked.
I haven't ate tonight. I haven't ate breakfast.
This is over. All right, Polly, you sit in this chair now. Yeah, talk to you. You go on screen yet? No, they ain't came on yet. What's your English, please? I mean, it's popping up. I mean, eventually they get on the screen with you and talk to you and shit. But I mean, I guess just wait it out. Best thing I can really tell you. You know, there's ready now that I think this. Following you. Yeah. There's a like flip flop goes, I have to get down. Wait one next to us. Here's a pro here. Here's all that shit that looks at the jumper and whatnot. Oh, you draw. That's each one. City draw. Yeah. That like made it. Yeah. What was you doing in there, sir? Good morning. The time is 10:10 in the morning. The date is January the 6th of 2025. My name is Steve Prater. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Chuck Tillis. We're at the Department of Corrections headquarters in Baton Rouge. We are talking to DEQUANTE Polly at Richland Parish Detention Center. Is that correct? Are you Mr. Polly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is anybody in the staff with you from Richland Parish?
They stand right outside the door, sir.
Okay, so they're not in the room. That's okay. Mr. Polly, what is your DOC number?
580175.
Okay, and what do you have a waiver form in front of you that you signed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you sign that and you understood all of that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Jerry Ledoux to my right is handling your case this morning. And so she's gonna be asking you some questions to go over the conditions of your parole that you're suspected of violating. So, Ms. Ledoux?
Yes, Mr. Polly, I'm going to read out the allegations and ask you to enter a plea of guilty with a statement, or not guilty, okay? First, we have rule violation number 2. You were directed to report to your probation officer monthly. You failed to report the months of July, August, and September 2025. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay, condition number 4. On 9/9/2025, you were arrested by Delhi Police Department for committing the offense of aggravated battery, cruelty to a juvenile, and domestic abuse battery. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
And number 10, you are in arrears $1,320 on your supervision fee. How do you plead on that?
I'm in the reels. I'm guilty. I'm in the reels.
Mr. Polly, I want to focus on rule violation number 4. You do have a court date coming up on that, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have an attorney that you're gonna hire for that?
No, ma'am. I'm using a court-appointed attorney.
You have a court-appointed attorney.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Have you been to court at all on this yet?
Yeah, I had a arraignment. At the arraignment, they dropped cruelty to a juvenile and aggravated battery. And, we came up on the agreement to that she'll drop the domestic down to disturbing the peace and give me anger management classes for it.
Okay, so what is gonna be determined at the trial then?
It's on January the 26th when I go back to court in front. She said I had to come in front of a judge to actually get it done because
see.
I had the arraignment on Zoom like we doing right now.
Okay, okay. So who was the victim in your aggravated battery? Your girlfriend?
No, it was with my daughter, my 16-year-old daughter. I was trying to discipline her with a belt, but she was fighting me back at the time that I was disciplining her. And when they charged me with aggravated battery, I guess saying that I hit her with the belt or whatever.
Okay.
But they did dismiss both of the charges against my daughter. I'm guessing the domestic against my girlfriend. I don't know if they trying to charge me with the domestic against my girlfriend or my daughter, because I know you can have a domestic on anybody in the household.
Yeah, because you have been convicted previously of aggravated battery.
Yes, ma'am, in 2012.
So have you ever taken any kind of anger management or parenting classes?
No, ma'am.
Do my
Yes.
colleagues have a question?
Yeah, why were you disciplining your daughter?
Because I had just got out of work and she walked to the store with me. She decided to call her mom and tell her mom that I met somebody at the store, which I did not do. So when we got back to the house, I was trying to tell her what she was wrong at. And she jumped up yelling, saying disrespectful words or whatever. So I grabbed the belt to discipline her. But when I decided to do that, she decided to want to fight.
That's
So
your daughter?
yes, sir, this is my 16-year-old daughter. She turned 17 while I've been incarcerated.
Um, okay, I can understand that.
But as I was saying though, my girlfriend, when they talked to the DA of Richland Parish and cleared it all up and told her exactly what happened, told her I didn't hit her and told her I was disciplining my daughter and she was fighting me back. They dropped all the charges, but the domestic said when I come on the 28th that they was gonna drop the domestic down for it wouldn't bother my parole and give me anger management classes for all of it.
You willing to take some anger management classes?
Yes, sir.
I have no questions.
Okay, we have Miss Thomas here who says she's your girlfriend on Zoom and wishes to speak. Now would be a good time to entertain her comments.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Thomas, are you on there?
Yes, I am. How y'all doing today?
Good, thank you. Go ahead and tell us what you'd like us to know.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I just want to, well, and all DEQUANTE is a great father. He assists me with our disabled daughter. He helps me. He's a provider of the home. He helps me a lot, with the girls and keeping up our bills. It just was a big misunderstanding with our family that night. And I just want you guys to know he's not a bad person. He's a good person. If y'all will just let him be able to make fun or whatever. But he's a great person. Everything just transpired went bad with our daughter that night. But and all, he's a great father. He provides for the kids and me as well.
But you did call the police and ask for them to come and remove him that night.
Yes, ma'am, because I didn't want it to get heated. Like I didn't want the situation to go further than what it was because it was the heat of the moment.
And you
I didn't want.
told them that he punched you in the face several times.
No, ma'am, he didn't punch me in my face.
Okay, let's say Ms. Thomas informed the officers that he punched her several times. So did he punch you several times?
No, ma'am, he didn't punch me. The Quante threw. He had the keys. He didn't punch me. When I was talking with the officer, because this is the officer that I usually talk to. I'm just was talking with him, like saying like if this would have happened, maybe this, but no, he didn't punch me, ma'am. I was just had scratches on my hand from the keys.
So how many times have the officers been called to your house about domestic issues?
No, it's been a minute. He haven't really. It's been a minute since they've been to our house. He just know me from, just being around.
Okay, well, this is very concerning to me.
Terry, I'd like to call executive session.
Okay,
Okay, we've got a motion for an executive session by Mr. Tillis.
I'll second.
And we have a second, and there's no objection to it, and we'll be in executive session. We're gonna go in executive session for just a few minutes, and then we'll be back, and let you know. We gotta talk about some
Well, I want
procedures.
to ask one question before we go in. The 14, 15-year-old daughter is your biological daughter, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Thomas is your common law wife, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. We have 3 kids together.
Okay, common law wife. Okay, that's what I needed to ask. Okay, thank you.
Okay, the time is 10:23, and do I have a motion to go back into regular session?
And I second.
Got a motion and a second. There are no objections, so we're back in regular session. As I said, it's 10:23 on 1/6 of 2025. We're talking to Mr. Polly. Jerry, Mr. Ledoux, excuse me, would you go ahead and continue?
Mr. Polly, when you were incarcerated, did you take anger management classes?
No, ma'am. I took yes, ma'am, I did. I took anger management, I took parenting, and I took one more class when I was in East Baton Rouge work release.
Okay, how do you feel like you handled the situation with your daughter?
I felt like it shouldn't have went as far as it went. But the only reason it escalated is because I was trying to discipline her and she fight me back. I mean, if she fight me, she fight me. I can't just let my daughter just sit there and fight on me, punch on me. So in the mix of me trying to discipline her when she was fighting back, that's when the officer said it was a glass table she never went through a glass table. We already had a glass table in our home that had a crack in it. And she's a heavy-set young lady, so when she leaned up against the table, it just scattered. It didn't bust everywhere. It already had a crack, and it just scattered on out.
Okay, so Mr. Polly, because you have a history of aggravated battery, my vote today is going to be in lieu of revocation, pending the charges being dealt with in court, open court 128. If that goes as you have indicated it's going to, then my vote is to, in lieu of revocation, send you to a facility in DOC that has a Duluth domestic abuse violence class. And then after that, you would be released.
Could you make me understand that better, ma'am?
Yes, sir. So you have to go to court first. You have to go to court, and
Yeah.
you have communicated that you feel like these are going to be pled down and dealt with in a certain way.
Yes, ma'am.
After that happens, then my decision would kick in. That in lieu of revocation, instead of revoking you to go back to your 28 date, you would be sent to a facility to take a course, and it may take you 6 months to take that course. I'm not sure how long it takes. But you would be sent back to a DOC facility that offers a domestic abuse violence class that you would take, and then you would be released back on parole.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Phyllis?
Mr. Polly, do you understand that you're just gonna get a refresher course? And that's better than going back to jail, I think.
Yes, sir. But I still will be incarcerated though, huh?
It's going to be shorter. If I revoke you, you're staying a lot longer. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you did. I wouldn't let my daughter do what your daughter did either. And I think if you get a refresher course, it just helped you to, and you did a good thing by not letting it escalate, and your girlfriend also not let it escalate more. So all we want to do is be satisfied that if you get a refresher course, you'll be a lot better equipped to deal with a situation like that again.
Yes, sir.
6 months is shorter than more time.
And we don't even have 6 months. We don't know.
Yeah. Right. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. All right. And so that's Mr. Tillis's vote is to concur. Is that correct?
Concur with Ms. Ledoux.
Okay. And my vote also is to concur with Ms. Ledoux. And I think you may not realize that you get a good deal. but we don't want to see you again. Okay, we want you to really take this course seriously. And that in this, as of today, you're in lieu of revocation, you'll be sent to a facility that offers the Duluth domestic violence training. Once completed, you'll be released back onto supervision. The time is 10:28 in the morning, end of this hearing.
All right, thank y'all.
Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Good morning. The time is 10:35 in the morning. It's January the 6th of 2025 and good, it was 2026. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm screwed up again, but y'all know that from knowing me, don't you there, my friends at CCC at Cattle Correction. Would y'all introduce yourselves, please, for the record?
Dashay Darby, Assistant Chief.
Ashley Lawson, classifications.
Okay, and congratulations on becoming an assistant chief.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, and we are talking to ROTREYVION Young. Is that correct, Mr. Young?
Yes, sir.
And what is your DOC number?
719036.
Okay, and you can see I didn't introduce ourselves, but my name is Steve Prater. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Chuck Tillis. We'll be hearing your revocation today. And do you have the revocation form in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you sign that? And are you ready to go forward with this hearing, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good. Well, I'll turn this over to Mr. Tillis then and let him ask about the different conditions that you're suspected of violating.
Good morning, Mr. Young.
Good morning.
You're in violation of rule number 4. You committed the offense of a domestic abuse battery and flight from an officer and was subsequently arrested by the CADDO Parish Sheriff's Office on September 17, 2025. Charges are still pending. A court date set for 1/5/2026. How do you plead? You can plead guilty with a statement, or not guilty.
Not guilty.
Okay. And you're in the rear, rule number 10, you're in the rear to the Department of Public Safety and Corrections in the amount of $252. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. You're not guilty plea. Do you want to make a statement with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, it was really just a misunderstanding. Like, I had been staying with my girlfriend and I had kind of been texting someone I wasn't supposed to be texting. And she kind of found out about it and we started arguing and went outside and started arguing. And someone else called the police and said they saw something that they didn't see. But it's cameras on the, I guess it can be cameras on the apartment building, and the cameras would have caught everything. That I guess they said they saw me hit her or whatever the case may have been, but that wasn't true. And she never even called the police. Someone else called the police, and I left the scene. So.
Why did you leave the scene?
I actually was trying to go to work. I had been trying to get to work all that morning. I had even called my parole officer and asked him, can he come take me to work? So I was trying to get to work, and I really didn't know that the police even got called.
Wait, we have pictures of scratches on her. You say you didn't hit her. Did you scratch her?
No, sir. She had an altercation like a day or two prior to that. Me and her arguing with someone else I didn't know anything about until after I came here.
Tell me that again. You had an altercation with her the day before, you say?
No, she had an altercation with someone else, like a day or two prior to.
Happens every time.
Okay. All right. And so what happened? Did you try to get to her when she was hiding from you?
Hiding?
Did you try to get in a building where she was in the office?
No, we never got into a building. We came out our apartment building and we were outside. I never tried to get into no building or anything like that.
Okay. All right. So you didn't run from the police. You were just trying to go to work, you say?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. After I figured out they was pursuing me, I didn't try to stop and turn myself in or anything like that. I was actually waiting on my sister.
To take you to work or?
To leave, period, because I felt better with her being around and me being arrested, with somebody being around that I know and me being arrested, because I'm not actually from down there where I got arrested at.
Okay. I have no more questions.
Ms. Ledoux?
I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Seems.
Okay. Mr. Tillis, you want to come on this?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, we have someone to speak in your behalf. Miss Seamaster, is that it?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. What would you like to say?
Because I'm supposedly the victim, so I'm just gonna make a long story short. We were arguing, and I'm not gonna lie, when we argue, we was pretty loud. So I mean, you would think we was fighting. Like you said, like a day or two before this even happened, I got into an altercation with someone, and so we were arguing inside of my house, and I went outside. My way of going outside, it's basically my way of like trying to deflect the situation, get away from it, calm down and stuff like that. So when I went outside, he came outside as well. And my downstairs neighbor, because I stay on top, and my downstairs neighbor, she stays on bottom. So when I came outside, I guess she heard us arguing or whatever. And of course, when I seen her face to face, she's seen my face. So she's automatically going to assume like he hit me, but he didn't hit me. Like I said, I got into an altercation days before that. So, and then like all that happened, she called the police, and then like everybody in the apartment complex kind of started to getting involved and stuff like that. So, I mean, of course, if they call and say that we got into it, I mean, of course, just seeing my face and how my face was looking, they're gonna assume that he did it just because they called based on us arguing, you know what I'm saying? And all couples argue. I mean, no relationship doesn't have arguing, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all have had small or big arguments with y'all's significant other, wives or husbands or whatever. But that's basically how it went. Everybody was pretty much talking over me. I never really got to tell my side because everybody's just chipping in and telling how they feel basically. But I mean, that's basically pretty much what happened.
Do you guys normally argue a lot?
We don't argue a lot, but we do argue. I'm not gonna lie.
So the neighbors kind of know you guys arguing a lot.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what would you like to see happen?
I don't want him to do any more jail time. And let me just add, I am pregnant. I want him to be a part of that journey with me. I don't want any charges on him. I don't want him to be in jail for any longer than he has to be. I know his jail history. I know he doesn't want to keep going through that. I don't want his parole to get revoked. Extended, I can understand that, with stricter, y'all know what I'm trying to say. But yeah.
Okay. Anyone have any questions?
I'd like to make note that you did have two injuries. One was an older injury. One, the witness saw him hit you. Okay.
Are you talking about the day like that he got arrested?
That's correct. A witness
Nobody. Oh my bad. I'm sorry. Nobody's seen him hit me though. When we came outside and we was arguing, there was literally no one outside. To be able to see my door from my downstairs neighbor, you would literally have to like walk up the steps or like back up so you can see. There's no video proof. There's nothing of him hitting me.
Tatiana had one injury to the left side of her face that was old enough to be discolored and bruised looking. She had a newer appearing injury that was red and appeared to be swelling during the time I spoke with her. Another tenant, a witness, described of having seen ROTREYVION hit Tatiana in the face. The apartment manager, the witness, and Tatiana had all described ROTREYVION threatening that he would say Tatiana had attacked him. I mean, so what we have here is you could have been filing a false police report. If you said that he didn't hit you, then you would be guilty of filing a false police report. Do you understand that?
Yes, but I never said that he hit me though. They're going based off everybody else's opinion. It's like a whole group of people against me. And like I said, they're automatically gonna assume that just because of what's on my face and what was called in.
Against you, I think these are people trying to protect you. I don't think that they're against you.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah, well, I'm not saying against me. I mean, I can understand that they're trying to protect me. They're looking out for my safety. That's completely understandable. But nobody's seen him hit me. And I never verbally said that he hit me. Like I said, when the police came, there were so many people around me, like giving their opinions. Like I barely even had a chance to talk.
What is, let me talk back to Mr. Young. Where's his trial? Have you gone to court at all?
Yes,
on
ma'am.
this?
Yes,
When
ma'am.
did-
I went to court yesterday, and I went to court October 15th.
What happened yesterday?
They told me they was gonna see what's going on with you guys, and they told me to come back on the 1st of February, which is weird because that's a Sunday, but they told me they was gonna see what you guys were gonna do, and the charges are misdemeanor charges and something like that.
Can I ask a question there?
Please.
Yes. You want? While you were incarcerated, did you have any anger management classes?
Not during my last incarceration.
You had anger management classes?
Yes, sir.
Any other classes close to those? Did you learn anything from those?
I mean, yes, sir, I did. I learned a lot, actually.
Okay. I want to call for an executive session.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second for an executive session. And since there is no objection, we're in executive session. We'll be in executive session for just a few minutes. The time is 10:47 in the morning, and we'll be back in just a second.
Yes, sir.
Time 10:50 in the morning. We're going back into regular session. If we have a motion and a second.
I move that we move back into regular session.
Okay.
Concur.
Got a motion and a second And there's no objection, so we're back in regular session. As I said before, it's 10:50. Okay, Mr. Tillis,
I'm ready to vote. Mr. Young, my vote's gonna be to vote because of your absconding law enforcement officers.
My vote is to revoke. I find you guilty of rule number 4, by the evidence presented, and, so that's my vote.
okay, and I concur, violation of rule number 4. And so you are hereby revoked at 10:51. You will have a chance to apply for a rehearing. So it's not the end of the world, but for now, you're going to have to learn to abide by the conditions of your parole. That's the end of the hearing, 10:51. Good morning. The time is 10:57 in the morning. We're in Baton Rouge at headquarters of the Department of Corrections. My name is Steve Prater. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Chuck Tillis. We're going to be hearing your revocation this morning, and state your name and DLC number, please.
My name is Brison Bourg, 754-405.
Okay, and do you have a waiver form in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you sign that and you're willing to have this hearing this morning? You're ready to go, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Well, I'll be conducting the hearing this morning, and you're charged with two conditions. You're charged, I won't say charged, you're suspected of violating two conditions of your parole. The simple one is the number 10, you owe $441. Is that correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you plead guilty to that? You owe that money, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, well, we'll get that out of the way. Now we'll get to the hard part. In October of 2025, you were arrested for domestic abuse battery. That's a violation of number 4, condition 4, that you agreed to. And the condition was that you'll not be involved in any criminal activity. And you were arrested that day. Could you tell me, are you guilty of that or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay, we do have some pictures and we have a statement. We have a letter from Miss Tori Rivette, or Rivet, however you would say that name. Tell me about that night or that day that this happened, because the pictures do show some problems.
Yes, sir. The day that happened, we had got into a argument because I was literally taking too long to get my hair cut. It wasn't my fault that I was waiting on the barber to get in line to cut my hair. So when I got back in the vehicle, she was real like hysterical with me, and like she was backhanding me, and I tried to like de-escalate the situation as much as I can. So we on the way to the house, and she still hit me in the car. So whenever we get to the stop sign at the subdivision, I grab my bag and I get out of the car. So she parks the car and she's running behind me, holding my book sack, hitting me. And at the time I had a metal finger guard on my finger because my finger was broken. So I'm walking the opposite way and she's hitting me, and literally like I threw my arm back in a motion like this, like to get her to stop hitting me. And my metal finger guard accidentally scraped her across her chest. I didn't mean to, and she knows I didn't mean to, but that was just to get her to stop hitting me behind the head. And we left from there because she had broke my phone in the process. So I called my mom to come get me, and she literally said that if I left with my mom and if I left her, that she was going to call the cops, and said that I put my hands on her.
Okay. Do you have a drug problem?
Oh, yes, sir. Honestly, I have a substance abuse problem, honestly.
And what is your substance abuse problem?
Methamphetamines.
Okay, were you doing any meth that day?
Not currently that day, but I had a problem, yes. You
still got a problem?
No, sir. I feel like this right here really gave me a chance to see where I was going wrong, because I kept a job the whole time. I had a job, I had a good family, but it's like when I would get emotional, or like I would always try to run from reality and go to that, which was the wrong thing to do.
Have you had any treatment, drug treatment?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck.
Yeah, Alex, how long have you and this young lady been together?
We've been, since I came home, but we've been friends for like 7-8 years.
Okay, so were you living together, or how long have you lived with her?
For about since I came home, I paroled out to her house.
What are your plans if you're released again?
I want to go to a I guess like a inpatient, like a rehabilitation program, like a rehab program, I guess I've been doing a little research that I can, and from what I found out, it's like a 28-day program you go and you go through the steps, and then from there they can get me to a halfway house, like a sober living home, to where they can help me get on my feet somewhere away from where I'm from, to where I can have another chance. I can have help. I can have another chance at life. They help me get a job. They help me have a place to live, to where the weight of the world ain't all on my shoulders, on me. I have someone helping me.
So you don't really want to go back and be with this young lady?
I really do. I mean, I just want to be able to get on my feet to where I can get us a home. I can do what I can for us, instead of me going back to my mom's house, I love her with my whole heart. I would do anything for her.
Okay. Ms. Terry?
I don't have any questions.
Okay, Mr. Bourg, I think that there's a preponderance of credible evidence that you violated condition 4 and 10 when you were arrested for domestic violence. I've read the letters. I know she wanted to drop the charges, but she said it did occur. But she wants to drop the charges because she wants you out. You admit you have a drug problem, and my vote today is that we revoke your parole. You're going to be getting out 27 anyway, but we revoke your parole with a recommendation to DOC that you be transferred to a facility that has a substance abuse treatment, and also domestic violence treatment. That you be transferred to that particular. And so we can recommend. Okay.
I can do it.
No, I think that makes sense. I appreciate the time. Excuse me, we're having a little off conversation here. And so I apologize, but what Ms. Ledoux was telling me, that if we don't revoke you, but we, in lieu of revocation, send you to a facility that has domestic violence and a inpatient or a substance abuse program, that we can do that. That might be the smoother way to do that. And so it does sound like that might be. So I appreciate that advice. And so my vote, since I'm the first one to vote, in lieu of revocation, instead of revoking you, in lieu of revocation, you'll be transferred to a facility for inpatient or in-house substance abuse training, and also domestic violence training because of what occurred in October. So anyway, that's my vote.
I would vote as well. I concur. I would like to see you also have a mental health evaluation. I know you indicated that you had an evaluation in the past, an assessment. I think combination of getting that particular aspect handled, getting you some substance abuse treatment, and understanding the domestic violence component. So that's my vote as well.
Mr. Tillis?
I concur with my colleagues.
Okay, well, that's our decision today. Do you have any questions? I know it's kind of complicated, the in lieu of revocation. You're going to be transferred to a facility, a DLC facility that has these treatment programs. So you don't have to worry about doing your research. We did it for you. So you got a good deal. And I know you're in, I believe, let's see, you're in LaFouche Parish, and I didn't have you introduce yourself. The staff at LaFouche, would you please introduce yourself for purposes? Okay.
Deputy Jennifer Exnicious.
Okay, thank you for hosting us today and putting this together. And so as of 11:07 this morning, in lieu of revocation, you'll be sent to a facility that has the training program that we mentioned.
Yes,
right?
sir. is there, like, how long will the treatment be?
No, sir, we'll work that out with somebody else. We don't deal with that. We just kind of shuffle the players, and how long it takes to do that is up to the DOC, the professionals. End of the hearing.
John?
You gotta smash my name. You gotta smash my name. Don't do it. Smash it. The what? The green button.
Washington. Okay, the time is 11:13 in the morning. We're at Department of Corrections headquarters in Baton Rouge. My name is Steve Prater. To my left is Chuck Tillis. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. And we're going to be talking to Mr. Edward Washington at CALCASIEU Correctional. We've been at CALCASIEU. No, we have not been at CALCASIEU this morning. But anyways, anybody from CALCASIEU Parish Correctional in the room with you? Is there a deputy in the room with you?
Right there.
Would you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Deputy Blake Bertrand.
Say that again. We're having trouble hearing you and the camera's kind of distorted.
And you're just,
Deputy Bertrand.
I think it's the internet signal.
Deputy Bertrand.
okay.
It's echoing really badly in that room. Everything is echoing.
Okay, let's see. Thank you, Deputy. We appreciate that. Mr. Washington, would you tell us your name and DLC number? Let's see if we can hear you.
Edward Washington Jr., 117536.
I don't have trouble. Can you hear him okay?
I don't understand it here.
No, so we can't conduct the hearing with the, as it is. Deputy, could you have, what do you have any suggestions?
To another room.
To a smaller room because the acoustics are really poor and it's echoing. Y'all have a smaller room?
Yeah, we can switch rooms.
I don't know what.
We're gonna call you, but we can't conduct a hearing.
Okay, we're gonna go offline.
I think he's moving.
Oh, we were gonna switch rooms.
Okay, yes, sir. Try a different location a little bit there.
Still fucking echo a little bit, but might be better. Is this room any better?
Mr. Washington, sit down there and let us talk to you just a minute or is there a place to sit?
Yeah, I left my chair over there. See, I can grab my chair.
Okay. Let's see if that's gonna be better.
Yes, sir.
I think we can, but I think it has to do with the internet.
It's better?
That's better. Yes, sir, that is better. Would you give me your name and your DLC number?
Edward Washington Jr., 117536.
Okay. Do you have a waiver form in front of you? Okay. Did you sign that form and are you prepared to go forward with this hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all righty. Mr. Chuck Tillis to my left is going to be handling your particular case, and I'll turn it over to him to do any questioning. Can you hear him okay?
I'm gonna fight it.
Okay.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning.
We have some rule violations that you did. I'm gonna ask you for a rule. I'm gonna read them to you and you can say guilty with a statement or not guilty. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rule number 2, you failed to report to Lake Charles District Office since reporting for an initial intake office visit on May 8, 2025. On 6/4/2025, an appointment letter was mailed to your listed residence of 2807 General Doolittle Drive in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and you failed to report to the office as instructed. How do you plead?
Well, I'm guilty, sir.
Okay. Rule number 3, you failed to live at the listed address of 2807 General Doolittle Drive in Lake Charles, Louisiana, which is listed as your domicile. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty?
Yeah.
Okay, and number 3, again, you failed to get permission from your parole officer before moving and did not provide a new address. How do you plead?
Not guilty, because I did not move. I'm still in the same address.
Okay, and number 10, you failed to pay supervision fees and are in arrear of $189. How do you plead?
Oh, I'm guilty for that, sir.
Okay, let's go to rule number 3, that you say you failed the address. What's happening with the address?
Well, she said she had came to my house. Her GPS. She said that her GPS she ended up at a vacant lot. My house is right next to it. She took a picture and I showed her my house right next to it.
Okay. You want to,
what did you say about GPS?
She said she used her GPS to locate my house. But when her GPS stopped, she said it was a vacant lot where the GPS had brought her. But my house was right next to the vacant lot. They just tore down the house next to my house.
let me interrupt you for just a minute. With the next 3 we have are CALCASIEU.
Yes.
And we're gonna have to, we gotta find, we can't do it. I'm sorry, sir, Mr. Washington, we can't understand you well. And we can't, we want to give you a fair hearing. So is the deputy still in the room with you?
He right there.
Yes, sir. This, we can't understand and all the pictures are distorted. And I know that we've had them at CALCASIEU a lot better. I don't know if something's changed or not, but would you try to find a location or some way that we can hold the next 3 hearings that we can understand and see the people correctly?
I can talk to my sergeant about seeing about taking them across the street because we're doing it. We're at the prison side, the CSP.
I can't even understand you well. We're gonna call somebody there. All right, we've talked to someone at your facility and they're gonna get in touch with you about where to move them to so we can conduct these hearings this morning. I think it has to do with the internet signal. Not getting a signal from you. It's a real unstable. So we're gonna take a pause right now at 11:22 and we're gonna continue these hearings as soon as you get that cleared up in a few minutes.
All right, sounds so good.
The people they talking about it on my tablet.
Okay, Mr. Carter, how are you? Let me talk to the deputy. Deputy,
Yes, sir.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Fisher Fields.
Okay, and you're at CALCASIEU also, correct?
Yes, sir. CALCASIEU Parish Sheriff's Office.
Would you tell the other deputy that has the other two inmates that this room is perfectly suitable? That if they want to put them there, that's okay.
The other side's not working.
It's not working good, so right now, we're gonna do Mr. Carter first, and then we'll go back and do the other ones.
Yes, sir. They're on the across the street at the prison, but I'll see if we can work something out.
Okay, all right, well, right now, we're gonna do Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter, the time is 11:23. My name is Steve Prater. To my right is Jerry Ledoux, and to my left is Chuck Tillis. We'll be making the decision about your parole revocation this morning. What is your name and your PLC number?
Michael Paul Carter, Senior. DLC number 360666.
Okay, and do you have a waiver? I think it may be in your pocket. Do you have a waiver form that you signed and you're prepared to go forward with this hearing, correct?
Yes, sir, but I was wondering, because the charge that I had originally got arrested on got thrown out, they rejected it. I was trying to see about this other stuff, this failure stuff, because my original charge, they rejected.
We're gonna go over everything that we have here, and we're gonna go over all the conditions that you're accused of violating. And you tell me if you're guilty or not guilty of them, or you can give a statement. We're gonna go over them one at a time, okay? All right, the first one is condition 3. You failed to submit an updated residence plan. You stated when arrested that you were living in the woods. And your girlfriend said you were living in Westlake, which is outside the jurisdiction that you're supposed to be living in. Tell me about that. Are you guilty of that or not?
Sir, the girlfriend that they talking about is the girlfriend that some of the prison. That's not even my girlfriend. They be calling somebody that's I'm not even involved with.
But were you living with her?
No, sir. I was living at the address where they arrested me at. They arrested me at my address that I'm registered to. The officer had talked to her and she told them that because me and her don't get along at all. Me and her haven't been in contact with each other in over 2 years. The 2 years I just did in prison. Me and her haven't been in contact.
But when okay, well, let's switch. So you're saying the girlfriend lying on you, correct?
Yes, sir. She the one called them and told them that.
Okay. What about, let's switch gears. What about when you were arrested and you told the deputies or the police officers, I don't know which jurisdiction it was, that you were living in the woods?
So, all right, when he was questioning me, he asking me questions, but he over talking me and won't let me answer the question right. And the lady that I was living with, she hadn't gave me my insulin. I'm a diabetic. She hadn't gave me my insulin out the house within over 7 days. I was living on her back porch. My fiance was living on the back porch with me. And I wasn't getting my insulin, and he was talking to me, but I'm trying to answer him the best I could, but I couldn't. I mean, I'm trying to explain to him that I'm waiting on my brother to bring an RV from Dallas, Texas to the property in Westlake. And I was gonna put the RV on the property and live right there. The lady that I was staying with put me out the house, but I was still living on her back porch, and she knew I was back there. She used to bring me food back there every now and then. She knew I was back there. I don't know if you have time for me to explain the whole situation, but sir, it's a situation like, I was trying the best. I knew that I couldn't leave from that address. So I sacrificed and was living on this lady's back porch. I knew I couldn't leave from that address. I'd been through this before. I know I can't leave that address. So I was living on the back porch, trying to just until I get my girlfriend finish her little job and get somewhere for us to stay. My fiance, not my girlfriend, my fiance, so she can get us somewhere to stay. They had told me that this was gonna be on the night, and she was planning on trying to be somewhere where she could help me better explain this, but and Dolly came early on the 6th. But the lady that I was living with, man, she had wrecked her car in front of her house. She dented the door all up, the car busted the leg all up, right there in front of the house.
Hey, hold on just a second. I'm not interested in all these car wrecks and all that business. Did you tell the deputy you were living in the woods?
No, sir. No, sir.
Why did he put it in the report?
I don't know, but they got a camera inside the car that'll show I didn't tell them that. Because I started talking to the camera. I started talking to the camera inside the car.
Okay, so the deputy just made that up.
Sir, I don't know. I'm trying to explain to you, the same deputy that came to the house is the same deputy that's dealing with this lady car that I was living with. And the lady got mad at me about this car because she wrecked her door and I was supposed to fix it.
Okay.
The same deputy. It's the same deputy.
Let's move on. I don't think we're gonna make much headway there. What condition 4 says that you won't be involved in criminal behavior, and you were arrested for simple assault on 8/4/25. Is that correct?
That's the same lady, sir, that with this car situation. She called and said that I said I was gonna blow her house up. When I'm on the phone with my fiance telling her to come pick me up because this lady won't let me in the house to use the restroom. And I hadn't used the restroom about a day and a half. Come pick me up. I'm trying to go to your house. I'm gonna blow your bathroom up. I'm on the phone telling this to my girlfriend. The lady in the back door, I don't even know she's standing in the back door, listening to my conversation on the phone. I'm trying to get my girlfriend to come pick me up so I can go finish, pay this, so I can go pay this annual fee thing at this registered thing. She's supposed to come pick me up to go take me to go do that. And this lady listening to my conversation through her back door and called the police and said that I said I was gonna blow her house up. Why would I blow her?
Okay. What kind of relationship do you have with the lady that called the police and said you were gonna blow her house up?
So we had, at first, we had a perfect friendship. I met her, I was doing time in jail. I met her through a dude that slept right on top of me. It was his girlfriend. And I didn't have an address to parole out to. And so she let me use her address. I had a perfect relationship with her until she wrecked that car. And I got my friend to fix her door. And
Okay, now you got a fiance.
I've been having a fiance, sir. But this lady that I was living with, that me and her not involved in no relationship like that. It's not a relationship between me and her. It's a friend's girlfriend that I was living with.
You were also registered, second offense, failure to register for aggravated incest. Is that correct? You were charged with that?
Yes, sir.
Did you fail to register?
I didn't fail to register. They knew where I was living at. I did register. I failed to pay. I didn't have all the money to finish paying the.
Well, that's why they mail out the cards and notify the neighbors with that money that you got to pay. So you didn't register. Because you got to pay the money when you register.
Well, I paid the first part of it, 114, and they gave me the Mr. Crockett or whatever, I forgot his name. He gave me extension a couple more days to pay the rest of the $30 money order and the $6 money order. And he gave me until the 6th. And if you look at the report, I was arrested on the 4th. They arrested me a couple of days before it was time for me to, my extension was over with. He gave me to the 6th to go pay it. And I didn't even have a warrant for failure to register or none of that. The simple assault brought that on. And then once I come to jail for the simple assault, they throw the simple assault out and keep the failure to register stuff.
Okay, let's move on. third offense, violation parole conditions. Is that correct?
Third offense of violating parole condition.
Have you ever violated your parole conditions before?
I just got on parole when I got out of jail.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know what I don't know what they're talking about, but. So you've never been accused of violating a parole condition before?
Activity resulting in.
I just got on parole in 2000, this year when I got out on parole this year for the first time. And
Okay. Well, I just wrote down what the parole officer wrote down.
yes, this is my first
Okay.
time on.
All right. Condition 8, you failed to provide verification of sex offender treatment for June and July of 2025. You're supposed to every month prove that you're going to sex offender treatment.
Yes, sir.
Did you do that?
I got out on April. I got out April of 25, and I didn't have a job at first. And the lady that I was staying with, again, she wouldn't let me use a car at first to get a job to provide my money to do that. So in July, I still didn't have the money to do the counseling. And my parole officer, she say, man, look, if you don't go to the counseling for the month, for the month of June, I didn't have the money. And for the month, she say, for the month of July, if you don't go to counseling, you have to go do a 7-day thing in jail. And for the month of July, I went to counseling, sir. I did my counseling. But now my lawyer, he got they've been emailing the thing to her saying that I went to counseling. For some reason, the parole lady been saying she ain't get it. I got my fiance to call the people again and email it to her again. She still say she didn't get it. So I got my fiance to email it to my public defender on the charges or whatever. I got her to email it to my public defender. Now, I don't know why she keeps saying she didn't get it, but I went to Mr. Crystal counseling, and he say he'll verify it or whatever, any kind of way he can. But I didn't know that they didn't receive that email saying that I went to counseling. I didn't know that the parole lady didn't get that until I came to jail. She didn't tell me that when I went to go visit her, because I never missed a visit. She ain't never told me that she didn't get that email until I wound up in jail on a simple assault. Then she started saying about she didn't get the email. I went.
Did you know that you were supposed to provide verification for your sexual treatment?
Yes, sir. Every time that I was, like, before I went to prison, before I went to jail, and I was doing my counseling, I go to counseling, and the counseling people email it to the probation and parole. It's out of my hands once I go to counseling. I don't know if they emailed it or not. It'd be out your hand. I don't know if they emailed it, but the man say that they emailed it. Him and the lady that worked over there, say Miss Veronica, Mr. Christoph and but Miss Veronica say they emailed it to the probation place people, and she started saying that she didn't get it. I tried to get my fiance to talk to her supervisor to see if we could email it to the supervisor, but she never could get the supervisor on the phone. But I went to that counselor, sir. I went to that counselor.
We've gone over, Mr. Carter, we've gone over a number of things here, and you seem to have, it's always somebody else's fault, and somebody else didn't do this or didn't do that, or somebody lying on me or something. You understand, you got rules you got to follow. If you're going to get out of jail and go on parole, you signed up for these rules, and it's your responsibility to register as a sex offender, especially something as serious as aggravated incest or any kind of sex offender. It's your responsibility to register. And this is your second offense failure to register, not your first. It's your responsibility to make sure they knew where you live and that you didn't live on the back porch, or you didn't live in the woods like you told the deputy, or that you didn't live in Westlake. You said yourself you needed a place to get out of jail to report to, and that's over in Westlake. Is that correct?
No, it's over up in Lake Charles. It's at 20 if you need a way is where I got out of jail too. Is
Westlake's across the bridge in a different jurisdiction.
yes, sir. And I wasn't staying in Westlake. I was staying back there if you need a way. 7720 if you need a way. That's almost an hour away.
Miss Jerry, you got any questions?
I don't.
Okay. All right, Mr. Carter, I've listened to you, and I don't think you've taken care of business. Since you've been out of jail, I don't think I just don't think you do it. And something as serious as registering as a sex offender, I think is extremely important, and you have to make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. You got to make sure that's done. That ain't nobody else's responsibility. That's your responsibility. And okay. And so I think that because of violations of condition 3, 4, 4B, and condition 8, that I think that there's a preponderance of credible evidence that you violated those conditions. And so therefore, my vote is that you be revoked.
All right, sir.
Mr. Tillett?
I concur with Mr. Prater.
I concur.
Okay, Mr. Carter, as of 11:39 this morning, your parole has been revoked. See here.
Is this any better, sir?
Okay, Mr. Washington, the time is 11:45. We're gonna continue your hearing, but since we didn't get anywhere, we're gonna start over. Okay? Okay, my name is Steve Prater. We're at the Department of Corrections headquarters in Baton Rouge. The time is 11:45 and it's 1/6 of 26. To my left is Mr. Chuck Tillis. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. Mr. Tillis is the one handling your case today, and he's going to take over again right now. So,
All right, we're gonna try it again.
Yes, sir.
On rule violation, number 2, do you remember what you said?
Yes, sir.
You said guilty?
Guilty, yeah.
Okay, I guess what I got. In rule number 3, you said not guilty with a statement.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, I'll read it so and refresh your memory so we can you can tell me what's happening. You failed to live a listed address on 2808 General Do Right, which is your listed domicile. So what happened here?
Well, Ms. LaSalle, she said she had tried to come to my house. She said that she had used her GPS in her car to locate the house, my house. But when she came, the GPS, I guess it went off, but it stopped at the vacant lot next to my house. And she said, that's why she's saying that my address, that wasn't the correct address because she stopped at a vacant lot.
Okay.
And she had took a picture of the lot, you know, I guess for this frontier, what we're doing now. And the picture, when she presented the picture, when they, you know, the warrant, she put a warrant to pick me up, so, and she showed me the picture for the hearing. And I told her, I said, look, my house right there, right next to the vacant lot. And I said, this is my house right here. And she said, oh, I didn't know. I see, if you went farther, you should have went to the house and you'd have seen that was my house. I was there.
Okay. All right. And what about, well, that's the same as 3.
Yeah, they're the same. What I'm saying, and the reason for me not going, I couldn't, because when I got out of prison, I had a stroke, and I was on the cane stick. You see, I had a blood clot on my brain, and it caused my stroke. I couldn't talk or nothing, and that's why they sent me to Angola for medical and stuff. And when I got out, you know, it took me a while, but I did go see her on the 8th. But when, like I was trying to tell her, in my medication, and I'm trying to get my disability and all this back all at the same time too. And you know, and my brain, you know, well, I ain't gonna say my brain, but I like they say I lose memory sometimes, you know, lose of things that I'm supposed to do, and which I did, that you know, and then when it do come back, you know, I tried my best to do what I could, but my medicine, you know, it was hard for me to even get my medicine.
Okay.
You see,
okay.
and see, I'm living with my sister, and she's a diabetic too.
All right, I understand. Any of my colleagues have any questions?
I don't have any.
Mr. Washington.
Yes, ma'am.
What offender class are you? What's your offender class?
Well, they put everything from when I kept coming back, they got me as like a 6.
6?
Yes, ma'am.
I have 15.
15? No.
The reason I bring that up, Mr. Washington, is because when you didn't see your parole officer, you know you better go find them.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, whether she told you, if I was on parole, I'd be going by there, hey, I didn't get anything, I'm just checking in. You know what I'm saying?
I understand, yes, ma'am, I understand. I understand, but like I was saying, it was hard for me to do it, and my sister, she was worse than me, you know. And it's hard for me, it's hard
I know
for me.
what the office is, and I know where General Doolittle is. I mean,
Yeah.
you can walk it.
It was hard for me. It was hard for me to walk. That's pretty far from where I'm at.
We can't supervise when we can't find somebody.
Any questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay, it's time to vote.
Mr. Washington, I understand your situation with your health, but you're still, just as Ms. Lanu says, that you should try to get to your parole officer. You not even walk, you call. If I couldn't reach her, I'd call all day until I got her. So my vote today is to revoke.
My vote is to revoke based on non-compliance with your conditions of parole.
I concur. As of 11:51 this morning, your parole's been revoked.
Second.
All right, good morning. The time is 11:59. It's barely morning, but it still is. January the 6th of 2026. And we're here to talk to Mr. Desmond Cross. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, my name is Steve Prater, and I'm in Baton Rouge at the Department of Corrections headquarters where we're conducting this hearing from. And to my right is Jerry Ledoux, to my left is Chuck Tillis. And so, Mr. Cross, do you have what is your DOC number?
749685.
Okay, and do you have a waiver form in front of you?
Yes,
where
sir.
you, okay, and you signed that, and I see we do have an attorney. You do have an attorney that is on Zoom with us also, and we'll give him a chance to talk in a little bit and take part in our hearing. So, Mr. Desmond Cross, your case has been assigned to Mr. Tillis, who is on my left, and he's going to be asking about the conditions of parole that you're suspected of violating.
Good morning, Mr. Cross.
Good morning.
Violation number 10. The offender is currently in the rear of $1,849. Is that true or false?
True.
Okay, so you plead guilty.
Yes, sir.
And rule number 4, on or about 9/11/2025, the offender, engaged in criminal activity which is evident by the arrest of a simple battery of a dating partner, strangulations by Suffolk Police Department. Pending charges, hearing scheduled for 2/3/2026. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay, would you like for your attorney to talk now, or?
Yes, sir. However.
Okay. Can we get the attorney on?
Yeah, for the record, my name is Harold Thibodeau, and I do represent Mr. Cross. I have a question. I don't know if we have this or not in the record. I had submitted an affidavit by the victim, whose name is Elizabeth Kane, and I don't know if y'all have that in the record. I did not submit it to the parole board. But I did submit it to the parole officer some weeks ago.
We have it. Sir, we have it.
You do have it, okay. Basically, I don't really have that much to tell the board. Of course, Mr. Cross denies that he committed this offense. Ms. Kane has provided an affidavit which supports what he's saying, and basically, I believe he should not be revoked, certainly until this matter is concluded with the courts.
Okay, you would like a continuance?
Well, frankly, I'm hoping to get the district attorney to dismiss this charge, and basically, and I think that's a distinct possibility. And so, in that case, if I can get a continuance, I would like that. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Thibodeau, I'm sure you're aware of this, but even if the district attorney dismisses the charges, that does not necessarily mean we won't revoke him. All we have to deal with is a preponderance of the evidence that he violated it. And so you're aware of that.
Yes,
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure, and you're a lot smarter about the law than I am, I'm sure. And so anyway, just wanted to say that. Do you want to have a little bit motion for
I make a motion
Is
that
that
we
what
move.
Mr. Cross wants to do? We need to ask him if he wants to.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I make a motion that we can make a continuance for this case.
We have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second and no objection to continuing this matter at the request of Mr. Cross and his attorney, Mr. Thibodeau. And so as of 12:04 this morning, we're going to continue your case until it's disposed of by the district court, providing it is within a timely manner. Like I say, we don't have to wait on the district court to act. But in this case, since you've got an attorney and since you have requested a delay or a postponement, we're going to do that. We voted to. So time is 12:04, and that's the end of today. That's the end of our business at CALCASIEU, and that's the end of our business for this morning. So the board will now be closed.
Well, thank you.